All right. Now this is a quick class in Basar v'Chalav. It's just what do we call it? A speed class. So we're not going to go into all the shocks and the tazas and everything. All right, let's go.
Where are you up to?
We are now up to Siman Gimel.
Pei Zayin?
Pei Zayin, yes.
Siv Gimel?
Yes. We talked about yesterday, if you remember correctly, we talked about yesterday what type of meat is forbidden to cook with milk and what type of milk. And we said that from the Torah, it's only forbidden to boil and to eat if it was boiled, and to get pleasure from meat that comes from either a cow, a sheep, or a goat, together with milk that comes from either a cow or a sheep or a goat. If it is an impure animal, a camel, a horse, then it's not forbidden to eat. I mean, because of milk and meat, it's forbidden to eat it because it's horse meat. Bird meat is not forbidden except from the rabbis. Chaya meat, like deer meat, it's also only forbidden from the rabbis. From the Torah, it's not forbidden to boil and to eat, and etc. Fish and locusts, there are certain locusts, according to Judaism, that are permissible to eat. Those you can that are permissible to eat, you can boil and eat them together with milk. Same thing with fish. Even though he's going to bring over here that some people say that fish with milk is unhealthy. And we're not going to go into that now. We'll see. Maybe we'll go into it afterwards. Then the Ramah brings up this whole idea of marit ayin, things that look bad. And he brings up like this. Nagu lasot chalav mishkedim. Some people make milk from almonds. Umenichim bo basar off. And they put in it, or they boil in it, and they put in it chicken. Hoyel ve'enum rak midrabanan. Since that if people make a mistake, they make a mistake, and they want to explain that people only make one mistake. He sees chicken boiling in almond milk. So a person might make a mistake and think either the chicken is meat, regular meat, which is forbidden from the Torah, but it's only forbidden from the Torah if it's boiled in regular milk. So two mistakes people don't make. So because people only make one mistake, so therefore there's not what we call marit ayin. That's what the Ramah says. There's different opinions. Ramah is Rabbi Moshe Isserles. So if, in other words, to boil and to eat chicken meat in almond milk, it's okay. We don't have to worry for marit ayin, what people might think when they see it. But if it is the meat that you're putting in is the meat from a behema, the meat that you're putting in this almond milk is from either a goat, a sheep, or a cow. Yesh lahachni lahaniach etzlo. You have to put next to it the milk shkedim. You have to put actual almonds there because of marit ayin, because of what might look to the eye. People might look at it and make a mistake, but people only make one mistake. So here a person might think that the meat, you see the meat is regular meat, and maybe the milk, they'll think it's regular milk. They'll make one mistake and think that the milk is regular milk, and they'll come to boil it, and that's forbidden. So therefore you have to put almonds next to it so that everyone will know this is only almond milk. Marit ayin. You have to worry for what people will think. Let's go further. Daled. Asur levashel b'chalav isha. Here's another case of marit ayin. What looks bad. It's forbidden to boil in human milk. Mipnei marit ayin, because of what appears to the eye. V'im nafel letoch hatavshel, if human milk, milk from a woman, falls into your meaty cholent, it's bottled, you don't have to have 60. It's not forbidden at all. The only reason that human milk is forbidden at all, it's forbidden at all, is because it looks bad. Like almond milk, same thing. Let's see the Ramah. The Ramah is going to say a very controversial thing over here. Nira Lefizeh, according to this, the kol shechin, how much more so, la'asar levashel lechatchila b'chalav tameya. If it is forbidden because of marit ayin to boil meat, is going back to the previous law, to boil meat, and also to this law with human milk. If it is forbidden because of marit ayin, what the eye sees, to boil regular meat in almond milk or in human milk, which both of those things are permissible, but nevertheless it's forbidden to boil because of what people might think when they see it. How much more so it should be forbidden to boil in, let's say, camel milk. You're boiling for a non-Jew. A non-Jew. You have a non-Jewish worker. You have a piece of meat, regular meat, to boil it up in camel milk, in whatever it is, the horse milk. Chalav tameya. Or the other way around. Basar tameya b'chalav tahora. Or to take camel meat and boil it in regular milk. This should be forbidden because of marit ayin. A person might look and make a mistake. People only make one mistake and think, oh, this not kosher milk, maybe it's regular kosher milk and he's boiling meat in it. Or this regular milk he's boiling with camel meat, maybe it's kosher meat. Therefore, says the Ramah, marit ayin is not only boiling regular meat in almond milk or regular meat in human milk, but how much more so to boil it in impure milk from an impure animal. It's already impure, for sure. But davka basa behema, only if the meat, though, the meat that you're boiling in this impure milk, camel milk, has to be from either a cow or a meat, behema, cow or of a ba'ov to rabbanan, but to put ov from the rabbanan is no problem. The other explanations, I'll just tell this on the side. Other explanations, the Shach and the Taz, they say his logic is not right. Why? And this gets into a very interesting thing. What we said before, that milk and meat is one of the most severe transgressions. Not that the punishment is true, but that milk and meat has what they call chaticha nasa nevela. Chaticha nasa nevela, we explained this a little bit yesterday. It means that if you have a big piece of meat that's, let's say, 60 pounds of meat, 60 pounds of meat, and you have a big vat of more meat that has 3,000 pounds of meat, 3,500 pounds of meat it has in it, 3,500 pounds of meat. And if there falls 1 pound of cheese or milk, let's say, 1 pound, let's make it into gallons, right? Here you have 1 gallon of milk, and you have here 3,500 gallons of meat. And this 1 gallon of milk falls into the 3,500 gallons of meat accidentally. Accidentally, what's the law? Permissible, no problem. In fact, not only if there was 3,600, even if there was just 60. If there was 1 gallon of milk and it falls into 60 gallons of meat stew, whatever meat, it's permissible. Batul b'shishin, 60. Okay, but what? Let's say if we take from this 3,500 gallons of meat, we take out 1 big piece of meat that's, let's say, 59 gallons. 59 gallons of milk. We take it out and put it in a pot. And then we take this 1 gallon of milk and we pour it in boiling. This is boiling. We pour this 1 gallon of milk into the 59 gallons of meat. And then after that, we pour this 59 gallons back into the 3,500 gallons. What's the law? The whole thing is forbidden. Why? Because chaticha nasa nevela. As soon as you removed this 59, now it's alone. If 1 gallon of milk falls into it, then this 59 gallons of milk doesn't have 60 against the meat. Against the milk, I'm sorry. The meat doesn't have 60 against the milk. Now what happens? The whole 59 transforms to 59, including the one makes it 60. 59 gallons of milk and meat. Actually, it's 60 gallons of milk and meat because you have the milk also. So now you have 60 gallons of milk and meat mixture. It's all forbidden. Chaticha, the piece, nasa nevela, becomes one big piece of nevela. It's not just 59 gallons of meat with 1 gallon of milk inside of it. No, the whole thing transforms to be forbidden. Now, when that 59 ounces, 59 gallons of meat and 1 gallon of milk altogether, it's all forbidden, falls back into the 3,500, it's all forbidden. Why? Because in order for this 60 gallons of Isser to be permissible, you have to have 60 times as much here. What's 60 times 60? 3,600. You don't have 3,600. You only have 3,500. The whole thing is forbidden. So in other words, you can take with 1 gallon of milk, you can make 3,500 gallons of meat forbidden. Why is this weird law, that these 59 over here becomes forbidden? Why? Because milk is permissible. Meat is permissible. The Torah tells us that when they come together, then all of a sudden, poop, it becomes asr. A new thing. What's forbidden? The milk is forbidden or the meat is forbidden? Neither one of them is forbidden. The combination is forbidden. Because the combination is forbidden, it makes a new thing, that all becomes what's called a nevela. It's all forbidden. We'll learn later on in Tzaddik Beit that the Ramah says this is also by other asurim. But everybody agrees that milk and meat is that way. So if so, let's go back now to our law over here. The Ramah says that if it's forbidden because of marit ayin, what looks bad, it's forbidden to cook regular meat, cow meat, in almond milk, how much more so it should be forbidden because of what we see with our eye to cook in tuma milk, treif milk, camel milk. So they'll say, no, you don't understand. The whole issur of milk and meat is when both things are permissible. If you cook meat in impure milk, camel milk, then one of the things is forbidden. That's not, anyway, it's a big argument between them. What the end opinion is, it's never going to happen when you're going to get the camel milk. But nevertheless, the end opinion is you do have to worry for it. I remember. Okay, let's do hay, and that's it for today. Beitzim, eggs, hanimsaim ba'ofos, eggs that are found in birds. You shechter a bird, and you find an egg inside of it. Now, are you allowed to cook chicken meat together with milk? Technically, yeah. It's only from the rabbis. Are you allowed to eat it? No, it's forbidden from the rabbis. Chicken milk boiled in meat, chicken meat boiled in milk is forbidden to eat. Chicken, forbidden only from the rabbis, right? Because it's not one of those 3 animals. Now, what if you have chicken meat boiled in milk? Instead of chicken meat, you have something like chicken meat. What do you have chicken meat? An egg that you found inside of the chicken. An egg you found inside of the chicken. Right? So you go in the morning. I remember that happened once. When I learned in Hadara Torah, we had a camp in the summer, and the lady there, she was this old Russian lady. She didn't really understand the laws of Torah and the commandments or anything. So she saved the porridge from the morning. She didn't want to throw it away. In Russia, you don't throw anything away. She saved it, and she put it into the cholent in the afternoon, the meat cholent, the milk and meat. She put it all together. She didn't know. So let's say the same thing happens over here. They're educated. I don't know exactly what they do. So let's say the same thing happened over here. What happened over here is you go and you're eating your milk cereal in the morning, and you find that there's an egg in there, but it doesn't look like a regular egg. It's sort of like mushy. And you ask, where did this egg come from? So I found it inside of a chicken yesterday. I shechted a chicken. We shechted a chicken, and they left all these eggs on the side. And I decided to put the eggs in the boiling hot porridge, milk porridge. Is that permissible to eat? No. You have an egg that you took out of a chicken. You slaughtered a chicken. You found an egg inside of it, and by mistake you cooked this egg together with milk. What's the law? So we're going to see there's all sorts of stages of eggs, and there's going to be a big argument over here. A big argument, which I'm just going to say at the beginning of the whole thing. An egg goes through like 5 different stages. The beginning stage is the egg when it's in its cluster. It's part of the, whatever it is, the spine. It says near the spine. Then the egg, little by little, starts to get developed. First of all, develops the yellow. That's called the chel mon. Then there develops the white. That's called the chel bone. Chel bone, like chalav, chel bone, the white. Then after that, there develops a thin shell. Then after that, it develops the hard shell. And then after that, the egg comes out. There are some ladies that say that all the time the egg is found inside of the chicken, even if it's a hard shell, we don't eat it. We don't go against it according to that opinion. There's some people who say that if the egg has a hard shell, it's okay. Let's see what the Mechaber says. Beitzim nimtzayim ba'ofos. It is found inside of the chicken, right? You slaughtered a chicken and you found an egg inside of it. If the egg is finished, it has the white and the yellow. The white is the second thing that develops, right? It has the white and the yellow. Even though there might be some veins or whatever that are still there, it hasn't got a shell on it at all. Nevertheless, this is considered to be complete. It's no longer meat. It is now parve, and you can eat them with milk. But if all they have is the yellow, it's forbidden to boil them in milk. But if you eat them on their own, an egg like this that you find inside of the chicken, you can eat after cheese or milk. And he's hinting at a law that we're going to learn in the next chapter about eating milk after meat, which we'll talk about more, God willing, tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all, and see you tomorrow at 8:15.
8:15?
Eating milk after meat or eating meat after milk?
It is forbidden to eat milk after meat.
Yeah, that's
Milk
what. But you
meat.
You said that it was hinting at
Wait, what?
something.
This
6 hours.
law, 1 second. This law is hinting at. We're talking about an egg. We didn't learn this thing about you have to wait between milk and meat. We didn't learn that yet. Here he says that if you eat an egg that was inside of a chicken, right? I'd say you eat the yolk, just the yellow part is inside of the chicken. Only the yellow part. You shechted the chicken, you find only the yellow part, right? And you cook it and you eat it alone. Afterwards, you can eat milk. If you take the leg of that chicken, kosher chicken, you cook it and you eat it, you have to wait in order to eat milk, or you have to wash your mouth out. We'll learn the law. But you're not allowed to eat milk. It's a rabbinical thing. You're not allowed to eat milk after meat, not even after bird meat. Can't eat milk after meat. Some people say all you have to do is wash your mouth out and bless. Some people say you have to wait for 1 hour. Some people say they have to wait more. We'll learn about those laws. To eat meat after milk is much more lenient. In Chabad, we have a custom that we wait for an hour. Much more lenient. Because meat lasts, the taste of meat lasts a long time. So therefore, when you eat meat, you can't eat milk afterwards. We'll learn about this, God willing, in the coming days. Tomorrow, God willing, class.
Also Friday, yeah?
What?
Tomorrow's Friday too.